Guided by what we do. We want to be guided at all times so that we do things in accordance with the law, in accordance with the Constitution, and to ensure that every organ of the party and every member of the party are guided by this document. And I just want to crave your indulgence to read very slowly so that we can all be abreast with the provision of Section 31, subsection 1 of our Constitution that deals with the National Executive Committee of the party, which is the NEC. And of course, the meeting has been scheduled for 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And INEC has been duly communicated with. Now, let me just read that so that for clarity. Say, Section 31, subsection 1 of the Constitution I just referenced says, there shall be a National Executive Committee of the party which shall consist of A. That talks about the composition, subsection 31, 1A. The national chairman who shall be the chairman. B. Serving and former president and vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, if members of the party, those who are still members of the party, they are entitled to attend. C. The chairman and secretary of the board of trustees. D. All other members of the board of trustees, but only the chairman and secretary of the board of trustees, as well as statutory members, founding members, past president and vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, past national chairman, past deputy national chairman, past national secretaries, past presiding officers of the National Assembly, and past chairman and secretary of the board of trustees shall have voting rights. E. Principal officers of the Senate who are members of the party and not more than 18 serving senators spread across the country who are members of the party. F. Principal officers of the House of Representatives who are members of the party and no more than 24 serving members of the House of Representatives spread across the country who are members of the party. G. All state governors who are members of the party. H. The two deputy national chairmen. I. All national vice chairmen. J. The national secretary and the deputy national secretary. K. The national treasurer and the deputy national treasurer. L. The national financial secretary and the deputy national financial secretary. M. The national organizing secretary and the deputy national organizing secretary. N. The national public secretary and the deputy national publicity secretary. O. The national legal advisor and the deputy national legal advisor. P. The national auditor and the deputy national auditors. Q. The national woman leader and the deputy national woman leader. R. The national youth leader and the deputy national youth leader. S. All state chairmen. T. 6 ex-officio members, at least 2 of whom shall be women, and 1 physically challenged person, elected from each of the 6 geopolitical zones without prejudice to their right to contest other positions in the National Executive Committee. You, all former national working members who are still members of the party, but only former national chairmen, deputy national chairman, and national secretary shall have voting rights. V. All former principal officers of the National Assembly produced by the party who are still members of the party. And W. All former state governors produced by the party who are still members of the party. The list I just read out are the people who are entitled, who are members of NEC, and who are entitled to attend the meeting. So this clarification is necessary so that people can know exactly who is entitled to attend and who is entitled to be invited. Now, the NEC meeting I was scheduled for this by the 100 NEC meeting held on the 30th of June. At this NEC meeting of 101, there will be an update from the zoning and national convention committees of the update on the preparation for the compilation and composition of the members across the country, and of course from the different organs. Of course, there will be an update to NEC on how far that committee has been going. One other thing that will be considered at the NEC meeting will be the ratification of concluded congresses across the country. Some states, some local government, and some wards. Of course, the NWC had considered that in line with the normal procedures. After the processes, they will have to be presented before the NEC, the NWC, and of course the NWC will approve subject to ratification of NEC, and that of course will be available there. I need to brief you about the state of our party today, because I'm sure that you're very strong. And we have started the process of recalibrating, coming together in unity, because the strength of this party is in the people across the country, in the local areas. And so it must be established that we're focused, we're recalibrating, we're united, and we're working together and working towards having a very successful national convention. Again, in the euphoria in the last couple of months, especially in the last couple of weeks, has been defection. All right? Our party is organic, it is very formidable, and it is important to make it clear that the people that truly make a party are the people, the members. Yes, leaders are important. Individuals are very critical, but there can't be leaders without followers. And so those followers are there. What is good for the party is the fact that the people are not defecting. Because the people are not defecting from hunger. They're not defecting from insecurity. Only 2 days ago, an Anambra State candidate was attacked here in Abuja. It goes to underscore the level of insecurity in this country under this rudderless and irresponsible APC government that is completely insensitive. It's a government that tells people to fast, but they are feasting. And so, the people that make up the bulk of the membership of our party, and indeed Nigerians who are even apolitical, they look up to the PDP. So, we're strong, irrespective of what we hear, and the people want to hear about people defecting. The strength of the party, they are not defecting. And that is our strength, and that's where we're working together in unison, such that people can see that being demonstrated as being done. And that's why you see all organs of the party, from the POT to the Governors Forum, the NWC, the National Official Members, the State Chairman, and all the chapters. We're working together towards having a party that can present itself with new leadership that would continue the march towards coming together and giving the Nigerian people hope, having regards to what the PDP has done in the past. Because we're working on our reputation. We're working on what we have achieved before. So there's something to refer to. 2 days ago, over the weekend, we're all witnesses to what's happening in Kogi Central District, where you find massive members of the APC, because that is a failed platform. Forget the euphoria, forget the propaganda, forget the noise making. If indeed APC is as strong as they claim it is, then you won't find the outcome in Lagos for the sham local government election, where one of their leaders had just said, he said, the people didn't vote for us. That's the APC in Lagos. He said, the people didn't vote for us. This is a silent vote of no confidence. That's him saying so. Like Akpoti-Uduaghan is a human being, a leader of the APC, saying that about a review of what happened in Lagos. And the turnout there was 6%. 6% of the registered voters. They have about 6-point-something million. Only 6% of that. So which means APC is rejected at that poll. So what it simply did was to write whatever they are used to writing. But again, as they should know, that 2027 is not about writing. It's about the people saying no. The people of Lagos said no by silence. In 2027, they will say it loud by voting, and they will vote APC out. So, despite the defections that people seem to, as a party, do we feel concerned that some people left? Of course we are, because we won't play the ostrich. But the strength of this party is not in the individual. That's why it is People's Democratic Party. That is not why. That's why it's not a Congress. It's People's Democratic Party, not a Congress. Congress is for the people who belong to the Congress. A political party belongs to the people, and that's why we're People's Democratic Party. We're not a Congress. Congress thinks about themselves. The political party thinks about the people. And that's why you find that all policies of our state government, go check them out. Do peer review from the PDP control parties. Just check it out. Go to Osun State. They're pressuring right now. And it's there. Go to Oyo State. See the achievement in agriculture, in construction, in even computer literacy. Find everything in transportation, in education, in the health sector. You take them, do what I call a peer review of state by state. And you go to Bayelsa. You go to even rivers until the catastrophe that was done there. You could measure. Then go next door to Kogi. And then you say, what do we have? You go to my state, unfortunately, Ondo, they probably lost in the map of Nigeria in terms of performance. So these are what we should talk about, peer review mechanism even for PDP states. And so we're running on a record that can be evaluated. You can evaluate it. We can evaluate what we did in government and what has been done now. This was a country when the PDP left, and people begin to forget this fact, that we must remind Nigerians. The PDP government in 2015 left a 550 billion economy. Today is 180. So the question Nigerians will be asking is, are we better off 10 years ago than we are today? The answer is obvious. And that's why the Nigerian people are anxious. They are interested. And now you see the kind of euphoria being generated. What's happening in PDP? We're interested. And we have taken upon ourselves to now say, look, we need to come together, work together, not just for this party, but in the interest of democracy, in the interest of the fact that we can't afford a one-party state. And you can see that it's already falling, because even within the APC, they're falling apart. Which president gets endorsement from every angle, including local government chairman, if it's popular, in 2 years to the first term? In any event, the track record of this party is there. And we place it on the record of the public. Deal with it. Let's analyze it. Let's interrogate it. Let's do comparison. You say, PDP are this. We knew what was the unemployment rate there. We know what it is right now. That is the essence of this interactive session. So we know that, and we want to, through you, acknowledge with so much humility and appreciation of the Nigerian people who have demonstrated interest in what happens in PDP, and who have shown commitment to show interest that we get it right. And I can tell you, I can announce here that already we have been taking steps slowly, surely towards that, connecting to the base, which is where the strength of any political party should be. And that's where we are. This is very clear. This is very, very important. And I appeal that Nigerians should be told this. PDP is the only party that can unseat APC. And it's clear. And it's not just me saying, it's empirical evidence that you can find. Because we have the support, we have the base, we are organic, we have this national spread, there's no community in Nigeria that you don't have a PDP presence. By reason of our membership, and by reason of the fact that in our years in government, we've affected the life of Nigerians positively. And that was cascading the federal government even down to the remotest part of Nigeria. So there's a connection. So Nigerians are eager for the return of the PDP. That's why you find this interest. People want to know, what's PDP doing? We need you. Privately, people call me and say, what are you guys doing? Please come together. Rescue this country from this maladministration, from this insensitivity, from this recklessness, from this, yes, we're a Congress, we take care of all our members, we're not a political party. That's what APC have said. Because they're just a Congress. And Congress takes care of only of itself and its members, not about the people of Nigeria. With all the failure of the government of President Ahmed Tinubu, which is clearly, it's not me saying, the evidence is there. Even members of the APC, supposedly the strongest in Lagos, where he claims to come from, they have said, and I'm reading his quotation, this is a silent vote of no confidence on the APC. And he says, this is important, the APC internal structures, which he described as ineffective, outmoded, and largely disconnected. Because they are a Congress, they're disconnected even with their membership. And that's why the PDP is a different party. We have organs, we have institutions, we allow for debate, we allow for contestation of ideas. We agree that we may not agree on everything, but we're not disagreeable. We can disagree, but we're not disagreeable. And that's why at any point, you find us being able to come back, to recalibrate, and say that because our interest is in the people. As our name says, People's Democratic Party. And this is important. No patriotic Nigerian, because I won't say right thinking, but no patriotic Nigerian, no humane Nigerian, no group or political party that will support Tinubu in 2027. And so it is clear that President Ahmed Tinubu, like they said in the local language balance, I remember my friend from Ghana said something there in the market now. I said President Tinubu is a bad market, that we say it in the local language. So you don't touch it. So in 2027, there's no patriotic Nigerian or political party or group or anybody feeling what you and I feel, feeling the insecurity, feeling the fact that the economy is comatose. I was at the airport yesterday on a Sunday evening from Lagos to Abuja, and the airport was empty. And I said to a friend, this is a reflection of the economy. On a Sunday evening, the airplane was half, and what the airplane increased their fares, taking more money from the people, less people. It's not even profitable to them. They can't just shut down their businesses. So with all this litany of frustration, policy, somersault, disregard for people's life, and then above all of this, insecurity and the hopelessness and the helplessness that the APC government under President Tinubu has shown. Now, we are no longer bothered about killings. Only last week or so, how many hundreds were killed in Plateau? We're numbed now to violence as a way of life. It's becoming like a new normal. And so for us, Tinubu is a bad market and is a one-term president by these failures in government and record. So the shenanigans of the APC, promoting crises, trying to dislocate and disorganize opposition parties, again, Mr. President, the APC leadership know it. Nigerians are not defecting to you because they are constantly under the pressure of your ill-conceived policies and your insensitivity in government. Therefore, the APC cannot have a second term with President Tinubu or any of these candidates because the PDP is recalibrating and Nigerians are looking forward to having a PDP government that can connect to them, that will listen to them, and that will not say, take it or leave it. When they send in taxes, nobody discusses with us. You just wake up one morning and then the prices of the rates for electricity changes, and then you are going to be grappling with that. So, gentlemen of the press, thank you for your time today as always. And the takeaway here is that President Tinubu is a one-term president and clearly is a bad market, like they say it in the local parlance. Thank you very much. And so, this is the only party that has all the agencies and the organs that are available in every nook and cranny of this country. If your narrative were to be true, then there won't be any need for the APC to be talking about coercing and frustrating governors of the PDP, if indeed we are not very, very important in this matter. In any event, this party has, and I've said it clearly here, that the only party that can take out APC is the PDP. And the process has started. And that's why I said to you that we're recalibrating, we're working together, and in the weeks and months ahead, a lot of things will begin to unfold. And you'll begin to see that indeed, because we have the national spread, we have the organs. You tell me the organs of the other parties that you mentioned. I'm not here to even join issue about which party. I'm telling you what the PDP is doing. That's what is important. And the fact that in the coming days and weeks and months, you begin to see the activity of the PDP and showing the realignment of forces, the coming together of the founding fathers, of the Governors Forum, of the BOT, of the NWC, and members across the states, showing that this party is the only party that is positioned to defeat APC. And because APC has failed, the only alternative credible to Nigeria today is the PDP. I'll take the last question first. I think you're far away. Maybe you didn't follow our trajectory going forward. I don't know. You're not a card-carrying member of this party. So I don't know how you got to know that the issue of national secretary is the issue. I don't know why you're getting that from. I think we've gone beyond all of that. I don't know. Why don't you move forward with us? We don't look backwards, we look forward. Yeah, we look backward to know where we stumbled, and we've gone past that. And what we're doing right now, please follow us, lead with us. We recognize your institution, you do well with us, but please follow the trajectory. The trajectory that we're now united, every party member, and we're talking to each other. And this is not just about the party. I think that's underlying this conversation. It is not just about PDP. It's about one, democracy and party politics in Nigeria, putting the people's welfare on the forefront banner. So it is in our interest that we do the right thing so that Nigerians can continue to believe in us, having regards to our performance in the past, they still remember with nostalgia. So that is not the issue. Number two, the first question was that, is ADC a threat? ADC is a party. We recognize they exist, yes. We should. We won't take it for granted. But our focus is to focus on our party. And so that Nigerians can remember when they had a $550 billion economy to when they have a $180 billion economy. And I don't know if there's another party that has presented an alternative. We have said this is what we did before, so we can do it. Therefore, all we needed to do was to get ourselves together so that Nigerians can say, oh, yes, they are united. And they could do it what they have done before. So that is what our concerns are. We're focused on that, leading from the 100 meeting to the 101, which is seamless, and that's why we're briefing you now. And we told you what are the issues to be considered and going forward. We're creating, like the state congresses and local government and world congresses, we want to activate that so that we can have, at those levels, very credible leadership that will continue to enhance our coordination at the state level, at the local government level, at the world level, so that the people that is the strength of the party can begin to say, oh, really, PDP is back like we knew it. And that's what we're doing, sir. People have a right to move. It's a constitutional right. But what we are focused on primarily, sir, are the issues that you reference. Is the issue about democracy, about our record, and we just said it. Do peer review mechanism for the governors. Okay? And when you talk about governors, some of those people are bullied, are coerced. We know that out of record. Okay? It's ongoing. For instance, why is the local government fund in Osun still being withheld? Because we found a government that derives joy in compromising every democracy institution. We saw what happened in Edo State. I'm sure people from Edo State are crying every day. They wish they don't have that governor. We know where the governor came from. Okay, those are the challenges we have. And that's why all of us must be involved in speaking out and saying, no, yes, it's good to have divergent views, but let's go through and run with the law, rule of law, work with the Constitution, do that which is the law says you should do. Nothing said. Election has been held, declared by the electoral body there, won and lost. And then the fund to the local government have been held back. The question is this: are you hurting the governor or are you hurting the people? Those are the people you expect to vote for you. So let them continue that trajectory of feeling that, oh, we're bigger than everybody. We're taking care of our own Congress members, not the Nigerian people. And so we are focused as a party in getting to those issues about life, about security, about education, about health, that we're used to doing, about the economy, liberalizing the economy and making it open for people to participate. That's our own view. We're not stifling the economy. We're not taking people out of the economy. We're trying to get more inclusive, and so that people can pursue their own happiness at their different level. APC is not doing that. They can't do that. They don't have the character. They don't have the capacity to do that. Even in their states, go check it out, not me. Find the statistics. I mentioned Osun, I mentioned Oyo. Go to Bayelsa. For the first time, a PDP government is building on the Atlantic to connect people. All right? You check. Just take APC, let's do an extra of them. So if these governors of PDP are implementing the policies and programs and the character of PDP, and that's why they think about constructing roads. Go to Oyo State in particular. You find roads there. And wherever roads go, development follow. So this is where we are. We are focused. We are united. And all organs of the party they're working together. And we're going to have a successful NEC. And of course, with all the other organs holding the meetings, the Board of Trustees, the Governors Forum, the National Caucus, the Chairman body, and of course the National Health Official, they will be meeting, arising from tomorrow up to the end of the week when all the activities leading to the NEC will have been completed. We're confident, very confident. We're strong. The distraction is about defection. a governor will defect. The good thing that the Nigerian people are not defecting because they are still hungry. They are still unfair. They feel unsafe. If a candidate of a party in a governorship election can be attacked right here in Abuja. So again, that tells you, underscores the challenge of insecurity and the fact that the APC government is clueless about what to do. They don't know. You remember when PDP was in government, insecurity was localized to the northeast and was all about to be defeated when the agents, people in government now, were the people that aided the failure of that initiative. But again, today is not for that issue. But we know the PDP has a record, as it spread, we're coming together, and that's why, you know, it's interesting. People have been saying, oh, they will fight, they will do this. But the PDP has this capacity of internal, what I call, is an arbitral process, where we have the capacity to look at our challenges and say, we'll solve it out. Do you win in all situations? No, you don't. But you find out where I can disagree, but we're not disagreeable. And that's what we do. And that's why we're succeeding. And that's why there will be a successful NEC, there will be a successful national convention, and then we'll all be here to celebrate with us. And of course, we can begin to celebrate democracy and ensure that Nigerians can begin to aspire and pursue their own happiness. Can I finish that? So we can take it at a time. I just said something. I said this is People's Democratic Party, right? The people will decide that. It's not just one person. And this idea about somebody, my brother, we are People's Democratic Party. We focus on our party. Nigerians are interested in our party because of our record. We are focused on that. And you will see at the appropriate time the caliber of personnel or personalities that will be in the PDP will be unveiled. And I'm not going to talk about that now, but please, not one person is PDP. PDP is People's Democratic Party.